Good morning. Taking a quick look of catalysts to see if we have to worry about running those. So we're going to be on for every time there's a T5, or sorry, T4 basic arena. It'd be hard for me to get these ones. I don't manage to get them. Sorry. Not having good internet again this morning. I think we should be back up and good now though. Yeah, I'm not sure what slows us down so much. I don't know, might have to try and get or something. I really don't think it's a speed thing though. There's gotta be something else going on. Not really sure what it is, but it's really consistent. Like sometimes it's feeling just fine, and then sometimes it's just such a my anger just drops like that. So. I'm gonna run 6 stars, then I might run the 4 stars before the 5 stars. Just so the 4 stars fresh. Using a run of 4 stars before control center is kind of weird. Keep saying it looks like the stream's not going. So I can't. So I'm just going to keep grinding here and hope that we're live and okay. looks like we're good right now. So there's not a lot of changes. I think that map 5 change, is it just map 5 that's getting the change with the heroes that will move, or the defenders that will move around? I think that's... Everybody knows who they are. Start having random chance. I think that. Like, what's the point in any of the maps having hidden champs when everybody knows who they are? Because I think in map 5 they still hide most of the champs except for the bosses and the Sentinels when they do the update into map 6. Bring some Sentinels into map 6. Would take away if they've never put Sentinels in map 6. And I wonder if they've updated all the other maps except 6, because they say the adjustment to prestige difficulties will be enough of a change for map 6. I wonder if there's ever going to be a map 7. Like, I'm just going to tweak map 6 a few times to try and make it harder and not give us a map 7. I guess that would be okay. I mean, it's nice to know what we're doing in map 6. Yeah, I think it would be difficult. Tell me in the chat there if that's better. Dreamhawk says looks like it's smoother, but I'm not really sure. I wish the YouTube control panel kind of gave you more feedback. Told you more like how it was doing, rather than just like a green, yellow, and red light. It's kind of annoying to really be able to tell. And I can't really check on your own stream, right? Like, I mean, I've got my phone going, and I've got my computer going for the control panel to try and make sure that, like, I can watch chat. So it's kind of hard to know how other things are doing. I wonder if I could you get to the control panel if you use your iPad, maybe? I could put my iPad on LTE. I don't know. We'll have to try and find a more consistent way to keep it up. It seems like you dropped a couple of times today. So I don't know. We can talk to our internet provider, see if there's a different bandwidth maybe. I don't know. It seems like that last change is more consistent. And the changes this time to Alliance Quest, I don't think they changed anything about the mini bosses on anyone's maps, right? It was just a change for probably gonna get more map crystals in the milestone rewards, so that's nice. I don't get good stuff out of those maps. What I've been doing is, because I'm always been ranking my champs, I've been recording them, and what I think I'm gonna do is I'll put 4 weeks rather than just opening them once a month and a big open. But then I don't have the catalyst resources through the month to use. If I like just record them and then make them into one video once a month, and I can kind of talk about how it went and how the upgrades are going and stuff. So I was thinking it might be like a way to do like an account update once a month, kind of go through, and I might start either taking screenshots or I don't know, maybe clips of what I do to the account, like when a level up event comes along, take a screenshot or something of who I'm leveling up, so that I can do like one 5 or 6 minute video and kind of look at the changes to the account. Like, hey, here was the rating at the beginning of the month, here's what we got to open up, and here's who we opened, and here's who we looked up, and, you know. I actually kind of used to like watching the account updates from quite a few people. I like keep on top of those. So I don't think I'll do that, but I don't know, quite a few people that have come into the live streams or the message what's in the account or what champs are on or whatever. I don't know. Prep that has to be done really, other than getting online. There's no editing to do, no voiceover to do. get this working. This is kind of as part of the online community. I'm probably not going to stream stuff to get around the house, so this morning stream today is probably going to be the only one I'm doing. After I get what I need to get done tonight, I'm probably just going to grind some Winter Soldier and get a couple of potions, and then I might start a lab path tonight. I haven't decided what the next path I'm going to do is. I don't know if I want to get Juggernaut out of the way or not. I mean, the inside part isn't really the part I'm worried about. I have to decide if I want to go through Black Panther or go through Groot. I think I've done Black Panther before, like when I went through that way, I learned other items on Vision, and at the time I decided instead of like dropping cash that I would back out of it. So I backed out of that run, and yeah. I mean, I just kind of lost what was in stash. I didn't really have many units, and I decided I didn't have enough units to get through paths, so I backed out. I wanted some cash at the time. I have a relatively good stash, but I think I could probably get one path without spending, maybe. And I might have enough units to do another path. I think I could get 2 paths. 2 of the 3 paths left right now without spending cash. And then boy, Hex 23 paths. Because I'm pretty sure if I finish that, I can rank another 565. Although another 565. Sorry, another 565 probably doesn't matter once the off season. Season 4. Anyways, leave a comment or something. So what do you guys do with your Alliance Quest crystals? Do you open them every day you get them? Open them every day that you get them? Do you wait until the big opening? Do you stock them up? I never opened fully, like my full T4 class catalyst, because I need them that way. I get enough shards from the map crystals, but I like opening the map crystals because I have the tier 4 basics. I find the tier 4 basics to be basically 3 every 9 days, which is not a lot when you need 7 to get a rank 5 to rank 3. Because I don't worry about the force dice so much. Other than all rank void. Actually, I'm gonna open the dungeon. Four-star void. I'm still tempted to pick up that 5-star special that's out today, because there is a void in it, and I still really want a void. I don't need him really for attack, unless I get him and then I end up switching path. But he's just fun. Like, I like playing him. I use him a lot. My 4-star in like smaller quests. So I think I really like to have the 5-star, so I could use him in more places. Even if I don't rank 4, I still would like to have a void. It's fun. His animations are good. That's still really why I really like that floor. I think I'd take it on connect. So I love the animations when the characters are That's the biggest arena that probably most endgame players regret not going for Corvus when he went for whatever, like 22 million or something. Because everybody was burned out from Proxima who went for like 50. Because they're all hyped from content creators. And it turns out Proxima is shit to most players in the game. And monster of the contest right now. And nobody even wants it. Damn it, I just love animations. What's kind of holding me back about getting the future 5-star stuff right now, besides the fact that it's real money, is that all those champs are going to be in the 6-star. So even if it's one of those most likely fun for me. Any money you might just get. That's holding me back. And a lot of those guys that are in there either aren't good defenders, or I don't think would be good defenders. They'd just be a diversity defender, or our group already has one. So there's no point if I think I've kind of talked myself out of getting the crystal, even though it would probably be a fun opening. I think I just finished talking myself out of getting it. And it makes sense to me, because I'm gonna spend use it for lab. I know in the Alliance by season they changed the donations so first group that does it is cheaper, and the second group that does it, and the third group is cheaper again. I wonder if this is like donations are tough for most people in the game. I don't have problems making donations. Like, I play enough of the game that I can easily make my donations, but I would just rather have battleships and for loyalty, I would share the loyalty store. Gold really isn't a factor. Gold doesn't really matter. With the amount that I end up playing the arena and stuff, I never really had an issue with gold. But I mean, if I didn't have to donate battleship, I would have even more surplus gold. So I keep flipping to my 5 stars. Force of habit, I guess. But so I guess 9.4 now with just the 5 star, or just the 4 stars. We still got our couple of 6 stars run earlier, and all of our 5 stars to go through. So I'm running shorter on time here. I'm going to try and rank everyone to rank 3 just to get more points and make the fights. A big thing too about getting everyone to rank 3 is the fights are quicker. But what I realized is a couple 5 stars at rank 1 really usable and run them. And if I rank up it lets me burn through my tier 4 classes. Catalyst in the overflow. So it's kind of like a strategy to use the keeper catalyst and never have to let it expire. Is I keep ranking 3 5 stars, which are easier to rank than 4 stars. I guess they cost more gold and more ISO, but they cost less tier 4 basic, and tier 4 basic seems to be the holdback now. For a while it was alpha, now alpha unit gives you 3 every 3-day event. You get a fair number. I've looked at my player level on my catalyst, and I'm not finding any. I'm not finding any. I'm not finding any two alpha shards this week's glory. Everything into it's off season, so I won't need potions. So everything is going into basics and alphas. So I will probably get at least 3 full basics, which is like 6 purchases, and then 5 or 6 alphas. And that'll help me kind of keep on that goal of getting the 5 stars ranked up. Because that's still a big goal, to get them all to rank 3. Makes the arena a little more not having to think, not having to try and worry, just sitting there and playing, not worrying about death matches. All the fights will be easier and everything else. So yeah, that'll be the goal. I'm kind of right now at a place where I've got tier 4 or tier 2 alpha performance, and I'm going to be really far from the other one. Like the next uncollected event will form one for me, and that means that I'm pretty far from another one. So bi-weekly, 3600 or 5, whatever it is, 5400, I guess it is. They won't help that much in the short-term rank ups. Like, I mean, long-term, the more tier 2 alpha shards you have at any point, I guess it helps your account. But it's not going to help me in the very short run, so I'm going to leave them off the purchases for a while in Glory. All my 5 stars up to 3, which helps in areas that with the changes in whatever it is now, 10 days quest, including the tier 2 alpha shards. So there is less. You're in Alliance quests rank rewards, and you get those tier 2 alphas now from that. And you're doing map 6, and you get tier 2 alphas from finishing everyday map 6. You get some from the map 6 crystals. You get some from the monthly events and everything. I'm not sure if it's gonna be worth using any glory on them anymore. Like, I might change even like, my potions, basics and alphas. I mean, I guess the exception would be if I have a little bit of a stash of basics and alphas and no 5-star rank. Once all my 5 stars are at rank 3, then maybe I can say, okay, well I won't be using my tier 4 basics and my tier 1 alphas because I got no one to rank. So there's no point in building up inventory, so now I can buy some tier 2 alpha. I mean, once I burn through the tier 2 alpha that I have, I think I'm going to be pretty happy with the account for a while. I'm not going to be too worried about pushing. I mean, the next big milestone for tier 2 alpha will be finishing lab, which I guess I'm on pace to do before the end of September. You know, it's little shards in the next 4 weeks that I would get that won't even form one tier 2 alpha. None of them last too far. Then it would be a lot harder to manage inventory. It'd be nice if the inventory on tier 1 alphas and everything changed a bit, but I went to do level ups on the tech advancement, and I leveled up some techs and forgot to go back and finish up the last milestone of the level up, so I got hey Gary, what's up? Nice though. Can you hear the mic now? No, I mean, I'm not using like OBS or anything, so I can't see like volume levels. I'm just using the app to stream this morning, and so yeah, I didn't know it wasn't coming through. I had like a stream health watch on my control room from YouTube that tells me like the stream health, but it doesn't really give me like feedback on the audio level, so sorry about that. I mean, I don't know why it wouldn't have been come through. I was actually yesterday looking for a new headphone set, because I was thinking I'm going to get like Bluetooth headphones, because right now I'm using like wired headphones, which is fine. It's just and it's fine when I'm doing like these early morning streams, because my phone like just came off the charger overnight and is all full. But it would be inconvenient, I think, to do a headphones, like a wired headphones, if I wanted to charge my phone. Plus, I just kind of want a set of wired headphones. So yeah, I don't know why the streams had trouble this morning. Like, I've gotten lots of messages from YouTube about the stream having up there. I'm not sure I don't know how long it's been. Issues. And I'm not sure because my internet is oh, I don't know how the sound effects got so crazy high. Is it just the sound effects that are high, or is it the game music too? I mean, that just looks like it was an accident that I never really got that high. But yeah, like I don't know. Keep saying that the output keeps going down on the YouTube control panel, so I'm not sure why. I'm not changing anything, and I don't think anybody else is on the internet right now in the house. You know, I can hear other people are up, but I don't think they'd be on their computers or anything if that's not what they're doing. Is the game still too loud? I turned it down now. Like just on the game itself, I turned it down. You still think the game is too loud? I guess this is the bad side of not using either the Elgato or the audio levels. I mean, it's just working out the kinks, right? Like, this is still a pretty new thing, so we'll get there over time. But yeah, let me know if that's better now with the audio mix between the mic and the game. Let's get these 6 stars out of the way so I don't forget. I don't know, maybe you're... Like, I turned the sound effects down more, so that'll be better, but maybe, Like, it's just the delay. Like, you gotta get up to live to where I actually made the changes. So I turned the sound effects way down. Notification center better too, because maybe I just don't need so many notifications. I should manage each one better, because why do I really need to see so many things pop up on my screen all the time? Whether I'm streaming or not, I don't really need it. I feel like I'm not getting good score out there. Yeah, I've got lots of fights in. I think I'm working through my roster pretty good. I kind of want to let him get off special 3, see if she lives through it. It's interesting, like, using Nebula in Alliance Quest, because I'm noticing, like, if I take special or something, she just regens it, so I'm trying to learn how to use her better, maybe to take some advantage in Alliance Quest on different fights. Like, I often use her to fight against Cyclops, because I don't really like fighting Cyclops. I don't have a good rhythm for him, since I don't find him much anymore, and when I go to evade his specials, sometimes I get clipped, so I've been blocking his specials just to be like, safe, and take a lot of block damage. So I went to evade once with Nebula, and I got clipped. Like, not enough to die, but I got clipped. And I just didn't even really think about it, but of course when she takes big damage, she activates her regen. And with recovery that I keep on because I use Blade so much, like, she regens more damage than she takes. So, like, if I push into an S1 and have high health, and eating S1, I think it actually end up with a net regen, and then like, push him to another S1, use my second regen on it, and could probably come out of the fight with like full health, as long as I'm, you know, taking those S1s like at high enough health to begin with. So I don't know, I might try it to see how it works. I remember, like, there were days when I used 4 stars in map 5 and 6 that because my Ultron was like a dupe signature 99, there were some fights like Doctor Strange or Cyclops, was it maybe Electro, that like instead of evading you could like eat specials and get a lot of power out of it, because he regens or absorbs a lot of energy attacks into health. So you'd end up going down in health, but of course Ultron can actually have a normal regen himself too. But you get like the power boost, so it's kind of fun. Like when you weren't worried about dying, you could like eat the special, and I wasn't stacking any Furies with her. You could eat the special and come out of it with like not losing much health and like getting lots of energy. I know I'm kind of a broken record saying it, but sometimes it's more fun. Because I remember when Ultron, like back in the old Alliance war days, before 12.0, when everybody used to run the Doctor Strange attack team, like Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, and Ultron was a pretty common Alliance War boss back then, because the regen at the time in the game wasn't like limited to scale or whatever, or was to scale of the health boost, so you had a 300% health Alliance War boss. The regen was 300% too. Like now, on most nodes, if you have a regen champ, they don't regen 300%. Like, they don't regen to the adjusted base health. They regen to their, like, actual base health. So it's not so bad, but back then it wasn't like that. So when someone put a rank 550 Ultron as the boss, you couldn't attack him with Doctor Strange, which is everyone liked to bring in because of perfect block teams, because an Awakened Ultron absorbs energy attacks from Doctor Strange, so you would just like not really be able to kill him at like forever. And then his regen was so powerful that basically you had to quit the fight, because you'd get him to 50 or to 49% and the regen would kick in, and then often you'd time out or you would die, because he would regen back up to 75% and you couldn't get another 25% off of him in the time allowed. So then you'd like end up timing out on the fight or dying on the fight, and he'd be at like 60. So the next guy that would go in would get him down to 49 and you'd regen again. So it got to the point that every time you go to 49, you'd quit the fight before he got back to 50. So the next guy that went in, or if you went back in with someone else, you didn't have to deal with another regen. Because it was just like the regen on Ultron at one time was just like, and I made him an amazing Alliance War boss. Now, Ultron is just like a diversity champ if somebody places it. I think there's still a couple good nodes to put him on, but he is just a diversity champ. He's not going to be a mini boss or anything. I've seen Lab Ultron in a couple of places, but I don't know. I've had a couple of fights with 565 Ultron on the fight node, which I don't know if that's really good placement or not. I guess he causes bleed, so if you don't have a bleed immune champ there, you could have more trouble. And I guess it is because he does have the regen. It extends the fight a bit, and it that's okay, Gary. I'll check you out another stream. Thanks for dropping by. No big deal. I don't know. I still like Ultron. Like I'm happy that I have him now as a 5-star, just because he's fun to play, even if it's just a couple of times in arena. But who knows? Maybe I'll take him into some events. He does hit pretty weak without suicides on. So I think that's the reason that he's not really a part of many people's content to do much anymore. And now there are so many double immune or triple immune champs that Ultron's kind of lost his significance. I mean, there was a day that Ultron was such a huge thing to pull because of his immunities more than anything. Because there were just places you needed a bleed and a poison immune to do content, and that would mean bringing two different champs unless you had like an Ultron, because Ultron and Vision were like the only two double immune champs for a long time, because we didn't have like Iceman yet or Nebula. There just wasn't that many options. There were poison immune, there were bleed immune, but there weren't many that were double immune. But now you got characters like Iceman that are triple, or Corvus. And what Sabretooth is got some pretty good immunities. Rogue just kind of shrugs everything off quickly. Kingpin and Agent Venom shrug stuff off. So, I mean, there's a lot more options than there was like way back at the beginning of the game. I guess Ultron probably wasn't like an original character. He was probably a featured at some point. I don't remember that though. I don't remember him being a featured. If he wasn't an original character, he must have come into the game before I started playing. mean, he's obviously modeled after Avengers Ultron. So, I mean, it would only make sense he came in when that movie came out. Mordo was such a little pain. It's too bad Mordo's kind of lost his edge on defense, because his prestige is super good. Like, he'd be nice to have around just for prestige, because mine got awakened in the last dungeon event when I opened. I can't remember who I was going for, but he was in the crystal that I went for, and I awakened him that way, and then I've gotten him more 6 stones by opening another dupe of him in a crystal. And when prestige has come up as an issue at different times, because I have some low prestige champs like Iceman and Hyperion, I've considered ranking him up still to rank 4, because he just got huge prestige at rank 4. So, but I feel like it would be waste, because I don't think I'd ever want to rank 5 him, and I don't know. I mean, as funny as it sounds, we're only like a number of months away from having just rank 4s, just rank 5s for our prestige. Or so I think. I don't know. I feel like it's probably, if there's some offers to buy, maybe 3.5 months, depending on how your season rewards go and if they adjust them. But 3.5 months for rank 5s, which means maybe in 6 or 7 months, endgame players are going to start having profiles with 5 rank 5s. And who you have at rank 4 can start being champs that you just want to have fun with, because it won't matter, it won't hurt your prestige to have people ranked up to rank 4, and the rank 4s are probably going to even start flowing quicker the way things are, but we'll see. I guess it's possible that people won't, not everybody's going to keep ranking up 5 stars. Some people might turn to 6 stars, start ranking 2 6 stars, but I don't know. I still think I have enough options with 5 stars. And signature abilities are so important still for so many champs that 6 stars I think are going to be a while till they're super effective. Prestige on most of the 6 stars, it just can't keep up with the 5 stars, because you can get the 6 stones and pump them into your 5 stars. And what can you do with 6 stars? Just hope that you might be able to dupe them, even though you can only get to open one every like 6 weeks. I don't know. The 6-star pool is growing so fast. Like the 5-star pool didn't grow very fast at first, so it was easier to dupe them. And I don't know how long after 5 stars came out that we started getting 5-star 6 stones. But they don't seem that rare anymore. And at least every month we get some from events, which is nice. Getting the ones from lab will be big. Well, I guess like what you get 100 stones, but divided by 6 classes. So that's only like 16 a class, so it's not that big a deal. Unless you happen to open really heavy for one class. Like 16 more 6 stones on my blade isn't going to like dramatically affect his prestige. still don't think I ever duped Blade from a crystal. I've duped my 4-star from a crystal after I already had him maxed out. But for my 5-star, I don't think I've ever actually duped him from a crystal, so all of his signature levels he has come from stones. Which kind of sucks. I think he's 134 or 130 something right now. I think those are all stones, either generic stones or skill stones. That's a lot to have to put into someone. I've held back a lot of the generic ones because Blade isn't super affected by sig level, so I haven't been pumping them into him and pumped them into someone that wasn't going to matter. Either their signature ability has to be super important, or they have to be a prestige champ like a rank 5 champ, or someone I would rank 5. So I've been holding them back. I mean, Void would probably be the perfect option because he gets so much better with his signature. But yeah, I don't see me finding a way to get a Void anytime soon because he's not in the feature that I'm opening right now. I each think I would pump a lot into Archangel, but now I'm not so sure I would because I don't even know if I'd awaken an Archangel if I got him. He's not as exciting now. And because Archangel is in that feature crystal, and there's still like 2 months left to pull that feature crystal, I figure I've probably got at least another 10 of those I can open before it's gone. I've already done 5, so I think I'll probably get another 10. Especially if I can finish lab, that might give me like 12 or 13 I can open. So if I can pull an Archangel out of those crystals, I mean, there might be a chance that I could also dupe an Archangel out of there and not have to worry about awakening him. And at that point, like if I had an awakened one, I wouldn't worry about putting more signature stones in him because I don't think I'd use him for anything end-game content. I know you need to get his signature level, so it's 33% reduction. And on a 5-star, I think that's like 45 or 50 signature. But if you're not going to use him for endgame content, just the fact that he does the neurotoxins and everything is enough. I mean, I don't know, maybe someday I would take him to rank 4, but it wouldn't be one that I'd rush. Because he's not going to be a defender and he's not going to be an attacker. He's not going to go to Alliance Quest. And that's all that matters in the game right now. But a rank 4 Archangel would probably be nice to have around for when Act 6 comes out. Because there'll probably be some paths that he'll be helpful at. I wonder how the champs will be in the later parts of Act 6, if there'll be any use for some of those like utility 4-stars like Ronin to still be coming in and doing like a rage path or a resistor path or something. Because he can get all those bonus damages. I don't think even with like the effectiveness that Ronin has, that many people would ever rank 4 a dupe 5-star Ronin. So a rank 5 duped 4-star Ronin is probably the biggest Ronin we're ever going to commonly see in a game. But I don't know, would those champs in Act 6 just be too much for him? Or would it just take too long to use him? I don't know. I guess uncollected, he takes down some really high level chimps. I would assume that Act 6 is going to be harder than uncollected monthly, though. Maybe they'll put some workarounds in. Make the resistor path stun immune. Although I guess even if they're stun immune, he could still do crazy damage using intercepts and stuff. Because he would still get the damage bonuses once the once they had their resistors up. So even if you couldn't stun lock them, he'd still probably do massive, massive damage. But I don't think there'd be anything they could do to stop, like a Morningstar going in on a resistor node and just wiping them out. Because she doesn't even have to stun them. She can even like be unblockable, right? If she builds a couple of souls. I can't remember how many souls she needs though, so maybe it wouldn't really be that practical to build her souls up just to get the unblockable. Just get the S2 off at the end of the combo once they've got some resistors up and watch them melt. Not sure who's left in here right now, but if you're still around, if you can hit that like button, help me out there. And if you're still around, hey, jump in chat. We had a pretty good stream going yesterday. I think we were like up over 10 people for a while. And we're just starting out, so I would say that was a pretty good one. Yeah, but sorry about all the difficulties today with the stream. I'm not sure why today is different than yesterday's was. Doing the same setup I was yesterday. But I am getting a lot of stream health warnings from YouTube during the stream today, saying that there's issues, but there's nothing I don't think on my side I can do to make it better. And then I guess until Gary there told me that there was an audio problem, I didn't know about that. Sheesh, we still got a lot of 5 stars to run through here. Stream seems to have gone kind of slow today to get through everyone. The score is not looking good though. Like, I don't really think you need 12 million to get the 2-star shards, but you gotta get well into the 11s now. Especially when it's not a featured arena. I feel like when it's a featured arena, there's just more people in. So the 10% is easier to get when there's just more people playing. But this arena, it's probably gonna be pretty high. I'm not even sure when we finish our 5 stars here and leave for work if I'm gonna get to even be at 11 million. I mean, it's possible to do like another $200,000 or 200,000 points or something on a break or something, but can't do 500,000. Boy, magic's a pain. She must have been down to like less than 2% there, and then her limbo just brings all her health back. She's still kind of a pain in the arena. I mean, she's easy when you know she's there and you take in Blade or Gladiator Hulk, but in the arena when you just get stuck with her. What can you really do? Bishop, like, I think he looks good. Like, the design looks good. But I'm not sure how effective. I've never. Do I have him as a 4-star? I don't even know. I certainly don't play him often to know how he is. His movements like don't seem that clunky or anything. I guess he's just not effective. I hear a lot of negative feedback about him, but I've never really tried to look at him or play him or anything. Because he does have a way that he can regen, doesn't he? If he stacks up certain things a certain way, can get some regen in, so that's always nice. Okay, I think I'm going to stop the stream here and just finish up these last few fights off stream before stopping. But yeah, this isn't looking good to finish in the top 10%. That sucks. I mean, I'm going to be so close, but not be able to finish. I don't know. Maybe I'll recharge a couple of top champs and try and get an extra couple 100,000 real quick. I don't want to waste a 5-star boost or anything just to get 2,000 shards. Like, I mean, spending 200 units on refreshes to guarantee 2,000 shards rather than 1,000 shards is certainly worth it. And right now, I think I'd just be getting the 1,000 shards and done a lot of work for it. So that sucks. But yeah, I don't know why the stream's been so choppy today, guys. So sorry about that. But I'll see if I can see anything around. Maybe there's just too many devices they're powered on and on the Wi-Fi and still using bandwidth or something. But we'll see you tomorrow morning. Have a good day, guys.